Missed my great joke earlier. Everyone, pretend to set it up again. Welcome, Christian.
I don't know.
No.
Can't tell. Well, anyway. It says we are. So, welcome
No, you are.
to Ravenloft in the ShadowDark. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome to the stream. I am Sean, the Unhumble Bod. We are playing the Mike Shea Sly Flourish fast-tracked version of the original AD&D i6 Ravenloft. Right here. And, but with ShadowDark. So it's like, here you go. Here's the whole thing right here. Here's the whole setup. ShadowDark in thing. So, yes, this is the Tuesday night group. Normally Wayward Knaves, but for ShadowDarktober, we are going to extra spooky. We are taking a break from the tropics. So, yes, welcome everybody. Christian missed the gauntlet. Dun, dun, dun. He was spared the brutality and dismay of the bridge massacre, but it was super fun. But yeah, I will do a quick recap, but just from the other three who were here, what were some of your favorite or least favorite moments from the gauntlet on the bridge?
I think having two characters die on the very first roll was a little, that stuck with me. That woke me up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night a couple of times. Then, one of them actually being a typo and him surviving, he got to, come back to life. But yeah, I loved I actually did enjoy the brutality of it. It really
to die
was
again, right?
Yeah, only to immediately, had 1 HP, survived. A cat immediately swarmed him and he went down. But the brutality actually, I think, fits Barovia very well. So it's a good system for this.
Yes.
Yeah, I greatly enjoyed how my all-star character who found the awesome magic armor that I thought was going to be absolutely clutch, and he had good stats and was going to be my star survivor, was the first one of my 4 to go down to a possessed teammate, and then he got brought back up and got possessed and killed a different one of my characters in a nice little round robin. Yeah. Who knows what happened to him? He was left on the bridge possessed.
Yeah, that armor really came back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah. When you have 20 AC and everybody has like +1 to hit at the best.
Yeah, nope. That guy was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely had a lot of fun on my end. I cheesed it only a couple times. The rolls and just the whole game, it's set up to be exactly that, just brutal. Laughably so, like just oh my god, just unforgiving all the way. So Christian, welcome. We had Mike Shea provided a folder with a bunch of pre-gens for level 5 just for this adventure, and I made a couple also. I don't know if you picked any of those. I did, all the names are random, but we're all using the ShadowDarklings.net. Is that right? ShadowDarklings. The website that is very nice. Yes, ShadowDarklings.net. Very handy ShadowDark character creator, and the level up is so easy. And so thanks to that person who made that.
I guess I can add in my characters into there, man.
You can. Those are, I think, you can do it manually or randomize as well. But yeah, so right before we jumped on, we are leveling up Daniel's character and sharing his screen right now. I guess he had his 2 surviving characters, peasants, were Omar and Jeff. Yay, Jeff.
Yeah, so we can work on Jeff's start, and then based off of that, I can then try and work on Omar's kind of thing. But I can then take a look at the character stuff here and add my characters in there eventually. But that was what was confusing. Is like I get the level up enhancements with all the XP and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get 3 new talents to work with, and then I don't know how we're rolling each of those. So we've got
So the talents are on the class pages. The classes are like page 18 to 25, and on each of them they have the talents table, and that's what the 2d6 is for. So each one has a 2d6. So depending on which class you're picking for these, they'll each have those. So that's what the talent thing is.
Okay. I think it'd be interesting to see. I don't know if we're like randomly picking out. I kind of like the random stuff, but like, I think it'd be kind of cool to see him be like a fighter, maybe.
Oh, I would definitely try to not min max, but trust me, you're not going to game the system here. Do whatever you can to survive. So whatever's best for the stats, definitely go that way.
Because he's got Constitution at 17, so that's.
Yep. Can go either way. Dex makes sense. Fighter or thief.
Yeah, and he's an urchin, so maybe thief. Yeah, we'll go with thief because urchin kind of works on that nature.
Yeah, the dice they want you.
Yeah.
And
okay,
then
so that
for your 3 talents, you'll just do 2d6 3 times.
Okay.
And I think if everybody else who did this, when you get the same one, do you just re-roll? Oh, wait, really?
No,
some of those.
No, some of them stack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my first one is a 5. So you.
So for thief, that's backstab deals +1 dice of damage. Nice.
And then.
Sounds like sneak attack.
That was a 2.
Gain advantage on initiative rolls. There you go.
And then my last talent for him is double 6s. So I can
12.
then
Choose a talent or +2 points to distribute the stats. Oh, nice. Oh, so pick any talent or distribute the stats. That's cool.
well, if I'm going to pick a talent that does a +2,
one of the talents is a +2 to strength, dexterity, or charisma.
yeah, I was thinking of like jumping it for strength a +2, but also I saw the +1 for melee and ranged attack, so I kind of like that as like the thief. So I'm gonna
I would
that
pump
extra.
Dex if you're gonna, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, or ranged
Dex
attack.
is
No,
at
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I get a +1 to ranged and
Yeah.
melee attack.
No, that makes sense.
And that works for that. And I've got a good dex at 15, so the next time I could probably distribute to strength and dex later.
Nice. And
so
then
I kinda like that.
HP is just 1d4 per level, so it'd be 4d4. Or no, 5d4.
Oh, 5d4.
Because you're going from level 0 to make sure y'all did the appropriate, leveling. So it'd be a whole 5 levels. Don't count the level 0 HP.
I've got the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, I hope yours are automatic.
Little Lecoq thanks you for that.
Surely
one
they are.
HP.
Surely.
No, so.
Oh, no, they're not. That's not right.
Yeah, there is no level 0, right? In the regular.
Well, so she talks about it, but then there's no like hard and fast rules.
Yeah.
That's 12 minus whatever con thing I get, right?
Kristen, you should probably that doesn't look right. I would do like for Gagog. Let me look up priest. It should be like you should have 5d6. Oh, that might be right. Shit, that might be right.
Average would come out to like 20-ish.
You know what? But he didn't get a level 0.
If he didn't have a level 0,
so we'll do that.
I'd
So Christian,
roll a d4 for
yeah,
each
exactly. Christian, roll a d4 and then add whatever those characters' con mods to the d4, and then you can add that to your total HP. Because these other guys are starting with like from level 0, and they got a little bit more beef.
Great roll off that. So. Okay, so that plus the con modifier.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 9.
The con. So is it 9? The score is 9. hold on.
Score's 9 total.
Are you looking at Gord or Gagog?
Gagog.
Gagog. So it'd be 1 minus 1. Okay, so but a minimum of 1. So in DCC, when you roll 0 at character creation, like they automatically die before they even exist. So, but we're doing minimum of 1. So just add 1 to total HP. So it'd be 19. And then for Gord, we can roll another, and you get to actually add this time because he's got a good con score. So roll another d4 and then add 2. There you go. So Jesus, okay, the discrepancy there is, so now it's a 33 HP for Gord versus like 19 for Gagog. Man,
Yeah, I've got 12 for my human dude.
there you go.
And now we get to level up my elf.
Oh,
So it's going to be 2d6 for stat or whatever.
what class you thinking?
For elf, he's a wizard apprentice, so maybe wizard?
Makes sense.
That's
Well, if
yeah,
your
'cause he's,
scores makes
well, the wizard scores needs to be.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, because he's got good charisma and intelligence. And I think that's what's, unless it's different here. I think that works.
It's just intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a 14 intelligence. So, I think that works for that. And I guess at 5th level, I gain several different spells. So this is going to be fun.
Okay, there we go. That's cool. So you be looking at that stuff, and then we'll go ahead and jump in to the story. We'll stop sharing. There we go. Hop back into Strahd. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're to get in this spooky mood. Yes. So, welcome back those who survived round 1. I believe where we left off. So yeah, Christian, the other characters were just brutalized by this version had swarms of cats, black cats, that were being controlled by something unseen in the shadows, and they have several encounters with a charismatic older gentleman, mysterious figure who would just appear and vanish at a moment's in a blink of an eye, and also like a giant 7 foot tall like human-sized bat. When I think 2 of the brothers tried to lean over or peek over the bridge to see if they could aim for an escape, and instead they found out looking back at them. Yeah.
You can say hide.
Yeah.
Brother, I don't know what you're talking about.
Run away, run away. So, yeah, pretty brutal. A couple of Strahd zombies showed up, and also, not wolves, but something else. What was there?
Zombies and a ghost.
Just more. Oh, the ghost.
And
Right.
Strahd.
The ghost.
Also the horde of cats.
Yeah, the cats were awesome. So I had, I think, 4 per character, and their job was 2 of them were to distract and dismay, and then 2 were to attack. So everybody had like a starting 4 cats on them.
I think the cats took at least 2 or 3 people down.
Just cats.
Yeah.
ShadowDark. Woo! So yeah, don't get too attached, and I guess the people when we do go down, we're only gonna play 1 character at a time, unlike the Gauntlet. So now that we're leveled up, we're more beefy, more confident. So we'll just have 1 player on the board at any given time, as we're poking around here in Ravenloft, and then as they die, if they die, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be fine. But if they die, you got your backup ready to go.
We're going to 100% this. All starting characters live. I'm calling it
We're
right
already
now.
at 50%, but we're going to 100% it.
Yeah. I know I lost 5 last session, but that's it. 5 is the character limit.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So, Christian, everybody started with 4, and then the idea was hopefully around half of them die, and then all of Alex's died in the first, and he had to re-roll new ones.
Great track record. Great
Fucking
stuff.
brutal.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the mysterious figure seemed to be in control of the situation as the beasts and otherworldly or undead creatures kind of bend to his will around you. And then, but all of a sudden, toward the end of the massacre, what would have certainly been after maybe 2 more rounds, a full-on TPK, the bustling sound of silver plates rattling and hooves thunderously bounding on the road shook the bridge on its approach as a carriage, a horse-drawn carriage by a team of horses rolls up on y'all, and the silver shimmering in the moonlight. And it was just then I think, can't remember what he said, but he did say something menacing toward the party as they left. Does anybody remember? I can't remember. Damn it. Should have wrote that down. Something cool as they left. And, I'm going to get you. No, it was good. It was whatever it was.
I want to suck your blood.
Suck your blood. Wait, come back. The blood sucking. No, in desperate attempt to survive, the party rushes toward this mysterious carriage as a young boy, that's right, beckons them in the torchlight to come if you want to live this way. And everybody is happily obliged and ran toward the carriage. And that, I think, is where we left off, as the carriage rattled off away from the scene on the bridge. So here we pick up. And we'll say as the characters from the Gauntlet survived and jumped in, they noticed 2 other desperate-looking characters panting and wet from the rain outside, but apparently they had just survived a different fight in a nearby location. And that will be Gagog and Gord in there with you guys. And Christian, I'm going to pick some random stuff for you. Go ahead and roll 2d4 for me, and that will determine some potions that you're going to start with. And then I'm going to pick some random stuff. Okay. Well, my eyes went there first. So, 5. Okay,
good
so
amount of HP to have. Just asking for a friend.
so for 2d4, Christian, that is 1 potion of healing at the tier 2 level, which is 2d8, and 2 at the tier 1 level, which is 1d6 healing. So 1 that does 2d8, 2 that do 1d6. And a ring of fireballs. A bronze loop with claws holding a red marble. A fiery miasma swirls inside the glass. The benefit, you can pluck the glass marble from the ring and throw it up to a far distance, causing a fireball spell, on page 60, to bloom at the site of impact. And the glass marble regrows after you successfully complete a rest. That being said, when you do that, Christian, it's basically 5e. Like, you already know 5e, so it's very, very, very close to that. ShadowDark. You still roll a d20 and add a modifier. That's still the same. The way spells work, though, it's very straightforward. You roll to see if it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't work that round. There's no spell slots or anything. But if you roll to see if it works and you get a 1, then you're done with that spell for the day. And if you're a wizard, some kooky shit could possibly happen to you if it goes south.
Do you have slots for spells?
No spell slots. It either works or it doesn't. You just roll to hit, basically.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. And then I think Gagog's a priest. So in the book, like the big book, not the quick start. So in the priest class, page 20 in the book, there are actually, if you roll a 1 when you try to cast your spell, it disappoints your god, right? And you have to atone for it and spend like a long rest to get it back. Penance. There we go. So possibly spending some gold to get it back, but we're gonna. It's probably not gonna come up. But I just really love ShadowDark. So as many parts of the rules as we can touch without it slowing things down. I just want to talk about it. Okay, so yes, bare bones. Here we go. It is here in the carriage we find ourselves. Oh, we're not done. Sorry. Damn it. So we got the ring of fireballs. That wouldn't be fair because everybody else got more stuff.
Sorry, I'm still rolling talents and stuff too in the background.
Okay, good. And then when I'm done with my bullshit, you guys, we'll just recap what magic items we have at least and what talents we got for our new characters. So what if we haven't already talked about it? Magic items.
Yeah, I'm adding my wizard character to the ShadowDark Lanes site.
Go. Okay. One is the Night Cloak armor, Christian. It's a matte black leathers enchanted to deepen and darken shadows. The bonus is a +1 leather armor, and the benefit: once per day, you may choose to automatically pass a dexterity check to hide. And then, well, no, I won't do that to you. Here we go. Boots of hovering. Brown sturdy boots polished to a sheen. Small silver wings adorn the heels. Nice. So you can walk on an insubstantial surface for one turn at a time. You fall through the surface if you end your turn on it. Okay.
Do I have to? Do I have to roll any checks for that, or it's just I just can?
It just works.
Sick.
Oh, wait, sorry. Your checks to move, but then your, nope, yep, it just works.
I see. So you can't import an existing character in here. You just create a character.
Oh, for Shadow Darklings? Probably.
Yeah.
And then for Roll20, that should
The
be manual.
stats, yeah, the stats don't work. So like, I guess I'll have to keep up on like the spells and stuff here. So
Well, they're not that many. It should be good.
yeah.
Spell lists are not daunting. All right. And you don't have to worry about like remembering mechanics and everything because everything is just does it either hits or doesn't. Works or doesn't. So here we go. I guess we could go through. No, let me do a little bit, and then we'll the magic item bit will come up in the leveling up. So yeah. So behind the scenes for people watching at home, we have leveled up to level 5, but in the story, like they're finding these magic items, and something happens. So we find ourselves in the carriage. The storm now is intense, and you get the feeling that as soon as you start to leave, the rain just really intensifies. And if anyone had been maybe looking back there, it's almost like the figure, the mysterious man back there, was controlling the weather to a certain extent. Like there was a bubble that he was allowing for the fight to happen. To maintain. I guess he didn't want to get wet. So, but so now that as you get farther away, the rain intensifies. The horses are at a grueling pace, thundering again, like on the road, and you guys are panting from the fight, holding any wounds you may have, and ignoring the HP level that we took for the character advancement. But we're barreling down the road, and there's a figure most lit from the outside torch. And the young boy kind of helps everyone to their seats, and then once everyone has a spot, and this is like huge inside for the purposes of our story, very very like a Lincoln Navigator style.
Oh my, this is so roomy. Yes. About time.
The light coming in lights this tall man, bearded figure, like a fancy like Doctor Strange goatee style, and he's holding just some personal effects, including a cane where but any fighter in the group could tell that the end of it is that of a like a saber, so it's like a concealed sword he carries. But and in between the boy and this man is a mysterious hooded figure. You can tell just by the frame it's a woman, but she almost looks hooded. With her veil is so thick, and on the veil are these like vertical cords that hold it all together, almost like a spider web coming down from the top of her head. And on those cords are glyphed little tiny plate stones, so that they all have they're enchanted. And in addition to the silver banging on against itself outside of the carriage and the horses, she herself, as the carriage hits a pothole every now and then, she's also kind of clang jangling, and very mysterious. And yeah, so you see these three figures in addition to yourselves. So anybody say anything? Anybody have any feelings?
Are there like intuition checks or like knowledge checks similar to 5e?
It's very similar. Yeah, there's not an official list of skills, but like the associating skill, ability stats would go for that stuff. So like if there's something you want to do, yeah, I'll tell you to roll intuition or roll whatever.
Yeah, I'm wondering like if Gagog would know like anything about like her dress or her just her overall appearance there, like as a priest, like if he's aware of like any like religious order that she's aware of, or any like adherence to like a certain faith that she's aware of.
Yeah, you can I will, instead of forcing the intelligence for recalling, being a priest, I think that would be, he could use wisdom to recall something like that.
And then just D20.
Yeah, D20 and then add your modifier. Nice. So 15.
Cool. So 15, yeah.
Nice. So religious, specifically religious.
Mm-hmm.
There are, because of your studies, it's just required in the Brotherhood that you do study some occult literature, just to know. I mean, just know thy enemy or whatever, or whatever's out there. And just it gets very muddy. It's like a Venn diagram. There's a lot of shared stuff, just rebranded between witches and the clergy. So the things you are seeing, they are familiar and mostly benign protection glyphs, but with a few like divination. So like every now and then it'll be like 4 standard protection spells. They do differ, but they're all pretty much protection. And then there will be 1 divination, and then the rest will be, so kind of like that.
Interesting.
Very old. Very the woman, you can tell, just very frail. And
turn the group and be like, this old bag's got some magic on her. Just saying. Best be careful messing with that. My name's Maggle, by the way.
Can you tell how powerful the magic or type of magic? Is that even a thing? Like, can we tell, hey, is she a necromancer kind of thing?
Hey, she's right here. She's right in front of you. Scrawny little goblin on the floor.
yeah, Daniel,
So,
which of your characters?
It looks like he's in the act of potentially skinning something furry and wet, but doesn't go into further detail.
I've got Almar up right now, so that's what I'm going to play. I'll play my wizard.
Yeah. So wizard can check. Yeah, for sure. What was your question? Your original question? Checking for.
But for types of magic or power, like how powerful the magic is.
Oh, I mean, well, I think Gagog would have signaled something. He got a pretty good read on it. Just divination and protection. Nothing too scary. But the old woman. Go ahead.
I think Oratu will sort of nod and say hello, and see does she react at all?
Yeah, the silver clings against each other, and it's obvious you're addressing her, but as she starts to sort of raise her hand, she goes out to as if she was going to gesture toward you, but then her hand goes back down, and she reaches to her side and pulls out a deck of cards that she's been handling, and she starts to shuffle the deck. And instead of her answering, the man next to her will say, "Well, you appear to be the survivors today. But before we go any further, I have to thank you for your sacrifice. I know that you've lost your people back on the bridge. I'm sorry."
I mean, honestly, I didn't really know many of them. They kind of didn't even really notice me down here.
When you're on the floor.
Hey, there used to be a lot more of us that were this high. Not many of us made it out of here. There.
True, the little ones did seem to go first.
But hey,
And he throws up just a dwarven-sized, beautiful thing of golden armor.
I snatched this before we left, so you're welcome.
Okay.
Not a bad get right there.
This is a nice piece. You may need that for what lies ahead this night.
Yeah, that's for us. I mean, me. Well, it's a little too big. It's a little too big for me.
He grips his cane, little intensely, and you can tell he's gritting his teeth too, and he's kind of pacing his words. Forgive me, I don't mean to press you any more than you already are, but tonight is different than most nights. And he starts to break down a little bit, and a tear comes down his eye as he's trying to gather his words. And the old woman shuffling the cards never broke eye contact with Alex, with your character, still looking intently. And she's like, which magic item is this character holding?
Oratu's holding the dagger.
Yes.
I
And,
think she's into you.
This dagger you carry, and you hear the old woman finally speaks after the lightning crashes, and she finally speaks. This dagger you carry, it has seen blood from both its ends countless times. More times than you can imagine. And how do you feel any different than before?
I feel stronger. I think, maybe.
Yes.
This place makes me feel different. I don't know if it's just the fresh mountain air. Father says I always need to get outside more.
It is. Well, the mist do affect us, but what you are feeling, these weapons, and she looks around, she scans the carriage, and everyone's holding your new magic items or weapons or armor in some cases. And she's like, they all came at the ultimate cost of some adventurers like yourselves who had fallen. And it is their spirit now that empowers you all for a journey most dire tonight. Lightning crashes again.
Lightning crash.
Mother, we've been chosen. I knew it.
Yeah,
We are the heroes that they need.
Yes, I knew this carpet must be important.
Yes, of course. And look at this. Jeb pulls out a wand, because I rolled a 12 on the bard table, which is choose a talent. So I'm choosing number 2, which is you find a random priest or wizard wand of your choice, or you choose. So I found a random wizard wand. I don't know how we figure out what the random wizard wand is, but it's a random wizard wand.
I'll look.
Are there wands like as things?
Well, do you have the book? Like the real book?
Yeah.
Look in the back, starting on page 300.
Oh, treasures, scrolls and wands.
Yeah, if you can find a good one.
Ooh,
Are we
there's-
selecting new stuff or?
No, same stuff. All the magic items from before, and we're gonna play it like hot potatoes. So if one character goes down, the next character just inherits those items.
So the wand features a electrical sparks. Ooh, when the lightning strikes outside, it kind of does a little zap in through the window, a la a Tesla coil, and then the wand itself starts buzzing a little bit.
Oh,
Shiget lets out an incredibly high-pitched scream and says, "Brother, the carpet!"
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, and he starts to wave it around as he flails it away from. It doesn't hurt. It's just it
Where
looks
you
nice.
point that thing, brother?
Not even day one, and you're about to set us on fire.
Let's see what spell tier we're working with here.
You know, if you need an actual wizard to use that on, that's that experience.
Oh no, I'm sure I can do this. This is fine. And then it's a tier 1 wand, and the spell is 9.
9.
It's mage armor.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Can we use our new class features yet or not? Not yet. Are we still in?
Yeah.
In okay.
You are empowered by the items.
Oh, I feel. Oh yes. No, I can totally. I can use this, of course. Because I am now a magical dabbler. Because I'm a bard. And you can activate spell scrolls and wands using charisma as your spellcasting stat. If you critically fail, roll a wizard mishap.
Yeah,
So
here we go.
Nothing bad could happen here. But I need to look up the spell casting rules.
So you roll with your spell modifier. It is a DC of 10 plus whatever the tier spell is. But if you roll a 1, there's a table that we roll on.
So I need to hit an 11. Well, luckily, I've got a good charisma. So I say that and watch what happens. Oh, I rolled a 2 and I failed. So the sparks sputter a little bit more and start to grow up my hand. Brother, it's working. I can feel it. It's strengthening me. And then all of a sudden, there's burning hair and the sparks just shoot back up into the wand and drop it real quick. Okay. Maybe I'll practice a little.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm sure the weather is throwing this off. Yes.
Yeah.
You just see Almar just he's got this look towards you. And he's like, I don't trust this thing with that one.
This is fine.
Shiget just starts patting at the shag carpet. Don't let the sparks hit it.
Oh, I thought brother, are you looking for another wand? I don't know if there's any around here, but we'll see.
Is there a way to link the token to my character sheet in
Oh God, sorry.
Roll20?
When it comes up, I'll go over there.
Yeah.
We'll have a minute. I think we can
Because
line
I got-
up the
I don't have any art there.
the first time we'll need a map. I think that can also coincide with the bio break. So when we get there,
Yeah. Because I've
there we go.
updated the character sheet in Roll20 with the spells and all that kind of stuff. So Almar's updated.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. So you shouldn't need. I mean, yeah. And then if anybody dies on Roll20, just use the same token or / character sheet. Just update the info. I guess. Well, whichever's faster. We'll see when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's why I figured the wizards would be a little bit more, and I was right, complicated or getting things set up, especially shooting to level 5. So, but the fighter is going to be easy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
easy peasy. And even when you do have to do something or look it up, it's usually very cut and dry when it for ShadowDark. So okay, yes, we have our things here. We got our things. The lady's still shuffling her cards, and she tells her companion next to her, "You must tell them Quit hiding. Just let it out. As she keeps shuffling, and the man gripping his cane just finally breaks down. He's like, starts to just break. He's holding back tears, and he starts to lament his dilemma to you all. Forgive me. Mostly, I can usually hold my candle, but tonight it is different. Tonight he went too far. You see, and it goes back to the woman. She's still shuffling. You are in Ravenloft. We are a pocket in the universe. We exist on our own. And there is a dark lord who rules over this domain. The vampire Strahd. Lightning. An immortal being bent on, he's obsessed with vengeance and cruelty for a love he cannot have. And he seeks to punish everyone around him who shows even a glimmer of life or joy. And the man next to her, he lets out some more cries. And he says, we live in constant fear of this man and what he has done. The new people, he pays his workers to bring them in from where you come from, your realm. And he used them as fodder and feeds his animals and himself, his appetite. He has brides he keeps in his castle, a vampire spawn. They also take whatever they want. Everyone knows not to go near the castle in town, but for adventurers who come through, we also know that we cannot warn them or help them in any way for fear of being killed or slaughtered ourselves. And the lightning strikes again.
A tiny little hand comes up from the floor and ends up at waist level.
You picked us up. So, is he gonna be mad at you?
Well, that is what the cards will tell us.
Does Omar have? He's probably lived for a while. I never really put an age on Omar. He's an elf, so he lives for a while. He's probably had lived for a little bit. Does Omar have any knowledge of Ravenloft or the Strahd character?
Yeah. Make a intelligence check. We'll see.
Cool, because I got a +2 to my intelligence, so now I'm rolling a fancy 16. With that, so let's do this.
13.
Yep.
So never the name Strahd itself doesn't stick out, but for sure vampire. Like you have heard tales of vampire, and you know that they are undead creatures which live off the living. They feed themselves off the living, draining life.
I've probably met or heard of these vampire kind of thing. I think, yeah, Olmar's going to take the whole position of Olmar just naturally lives long because his elf heritage. So he doesn't like vampires because that's unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he'll take.
Unnatural is the exact way to describe. Goes back to the lady. We are used to adventurers, strangers coming in, and Strahd toys with them. He is a puppet master in his castle, controlling all his monstrosities and pets, bending the will around him. But tonight is different. And the man pouts again. He went too far. He has taken my daughter. My daughter, my poor Irina. Lightning strikes again. Irina. Yes, the daughter. She, with an uncanny resemblance to the love that Strahd lost long ago. And he is obsessed. And the man says, the sick bastard. He came to town where I've hidden Irina all these years. We were successfully hid her away, hid her appearance. When we did go out of town, we would cloak her just so his spies would not be able to report. But somehow she escaped one night and went out by herself, and she was seen. And Strahd did not waste any time. He came, swooped down. But he is obsessed with the obsession of reincarnation. He believes that his former love, the woman who was his brother's betrothed, but he was obsessed with her, and now he thinks that somehow his love, Tatiana, is somehow reincarnated in my daughter, Irina. I just want my daughter back. That's right.
Is there any description of the daughter, or like?
He pulls out what the effects that he was fumbling with earlier in his lap. He shuffles around the papers, and as soon as you say that, he pulls out a portrait, and it's like a portrait of his daughter Irina, and with her family. Sorry, and you recognize the man in the picture. He's the same guy standing in front of you, and even in the picture, he's holding the same cane, and then his wife next to him, and then the daughter, looking like especially beautiful and very regal, looking at the aristocratic high cheekbones, classic or whatever, but very beautiful. But like no one in the carriage would know anything about the Tatiana, the beloved, whatever.
Okay.
But he gives it to you. He's like, please take this.
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
So, yeah, Omar takes it and he's staring at it, trying to get all the details. And then, he's got a nice long coat, so he just stuffs it one of his inside pockets.
And the lady shuffling the cards, she's like, the cards, I misspoke earlier. They will not tell us where, or whatever I said the cards did earlier. That's not what they're for. The cards, they will, there are ancient artifacts. I am older than I look. But the joke is she looks like 200. But yeah. But I know for a many adventurers have come through, and there are many artifacts in this castle that, when used together, can defeat this vampire, who is very, very hard to kill otherwise.
And Omar's pulling out a little notebook. Okay, he'll okay. He's noting down, but
Yeah. So here we go. Okay. She stopped shuffling finally. She's been shuffling like the whole time. You guys have been in the car. She's been shuffling the whole time.
I think those are quite thoroughly random at this point. Yes.
And the first one she pulls out. Here we go. She pulls it out. Dun, dun, dun. It is the Ten of Hearts.
Heart of the cards.
And this card is a symbol of great power. It tells of a powerful force for good and protection against the forces of darkness. And, okay, got my cheat sheet here. Thank you, Sly Flourish. The Ten of Hearts. This is in a place of dizzying heights that all loathe to travel. The road winds ever upward, and the rocks themselves live here. And cool. Plus one, blah, blah, blah. The second card she draws. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient may help you understand a foe. And it is the Jack of Diamonds. Okay. This knowledge of the ancient, it lies within a fallen prince of old. Somewhere, the brother of dark is light, and he rests in this place.
Sorry, was that Prince?
Yes.
Solid
Prince of-
prince.
Prince of what?
The vampire Strahd was once a prince in this land. He was royalty, and his brother, much younger than him, was very fair, very young, untested by the world. You see, Strahd, before he became vampire, he was already a successful war general and had a whole career. And when he wanted to retire, he found his brother in love with a beautiful woman who was repulsed by Strahd. And in a jealous fit of rage, he made a deal with possibly death itself and killed his own brother, his own kin, in an attempt to win the love of Tatiana. But it was ill-fated. And the bastard, he lost everything because after he killed his brother, Tatiana took her own life out of shame. It was at this moment, and the way he killed her, he made it when he made his deal with the devil. It was a blood deal, and he tore into the flesh of his own brother. For the first time, he tasted flesh of his fellow man, but it would not be the last.
Forget your first taste. So I've heard.
From my understanding, usually that's what happens with vampires. They get in this craze.
And then the next one she goes on. And the when she starts to draw this card, the man gets very nervous, like he's anticipating something. And this one, and she looks at him even while she says it. This is the object of your search, and this is where you will find Irina. And well, coincidentally, same room as the holy symbol. So we will find her at the clubs. Clubs.
In the clubs.
In the club. Well, she will be in the club. You'll find her in the club. Sipping on
On the
bub.
floor dancing.
In the club, we all fam.
We all fam. What? In the club. All right.
I can just imagine a club scene with all of us just dancing around.
And then,
Where's Strahd? He's somewhere on the dance floor.
and then when he yeah, of course he is. When she draws that one and it happens to be the same room or location as the holy symbol, the man kind of lets out a relief, or he at least like releases in his where he's sitting, and you can feel like there's a sigh. He's still very anxious, but it's like just knowing where she is, where Irina has been placed. It brings some peace to him. And as now the lady gets excited, and this card, very good for you. It is a card of power and strength, the victor's card. It tells of a weapon of light, a weapon with a vengeance. That is the Ace of Diamonds. Oh, cool. Nice. Cool. Ooh, but this thing you need, which is very helpful, it is in a very, very bad place.
Of course it is.
This is the very heart of darkness. His home, his source. It is his center in his life, where he goes to regenerate. It is the one place to which he must return. The one place you may finally, ultimately kill him. Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, that sounds really convenient, if it's,
Could the weapon be in him already? Like through him?
Did he swallow it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll check his spa. Yep.
So, and I'll remind you guys if it comes up again. But and the words
just like the
will
description of the
echo
first one.
when they need to.
Alright, so we're looking for a weapon that can kill him. somewhere.
Yes, she has indicated. The cards, the Tarroka, have indicated where the holy symbol you may find where is. The holy symbol, and also the tome of Strahd, and yes, the weapon.
So
So
we need all three.
it would. You may certainly try to go for the monster without them, but I would not do this.
Do we have a location of where each of these are?
It'll reveal itself as we explore, as we go. But I will tell you before we let you go that
I just wanted to know which one was closer.
whenever we let you out, the beast always knows where you are. Just assume he knows. He may not pop up. He may not make himself evident, but do not trust most things you see in this place. Lightning.
Jeb swirls the wand around a little, and there's no sparks left in it at this point. But you know,
as you're
I
swirling
feel like
the
we had to
wand.
hang with this. Yeah.
Yeah, as you swirl the wand, Almar like points and he like leans back a little bit, just anticipating something going wrong.
Yeah, everybody's like super tense.
Right.
Honestly, I feel like with these, these ancients in our bloods, I'm not sure, but it feels right,
Although the first time you did that, you nearly lit us on fire. Which way you point that thing?
Yeah.
It's fine.
And to assist with like character motivation, these items not only did the level up come, but also like all these adventurers who have died, and you got to think like you're not just getting like the last adventurer who died who wielded this weapon. Like it's like possibly 10 to 20 fallen victims of Strahd have all were all wielding these things or using these items or wearing these armor when at the time of their demise. So there is so much pent up like vengeful energy with all these things, not to the point of like being a cursed object, but just the gumption, the chutzpah left in the fight left in these spirits. Definitely a heavy motivator to take this guy out.
Well, that and Almar's kind of thing too. He took up to his friends, so there's some motivation to get a little bit of revenge. Even though Almar is like a lawful kind of thing, but like Almar kind of was.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You ain't supposed to be here.
This world ain't big enough
Yeah.
for the two of us.
So, at this moment, yes, we as we're she wraps up the reading. She laid them all out. There's 4 total in a row, and as she goes to collect them, she does like the card magician thing where they just fan everything together and just poof, it just goes up in a flash, and as soon as it does, the whole carriage rumbles to a stop at a eventually stop, not a hard stop, but like the horses slow down, and the carriage appears to have come to a stopping place, and the man, whoever's like sitting closest to him, just reaches out. Actually, he'll do 2 hands. He lets his cane fall like into his crux of his shoulder, and reaches out with 2 arms just to the nearest 2 adventurers of you guys, and just pleads. He's like, eyes are desperate. Please, if you get my daughter Irena back, this whole town is yours. Whatever I can give, she is worth everything to me. And this monster has terrorized this whole town for ages. So if you can make him suffer at all, you will be doing the will of the gods for sure.
Omar adds to that, and he's like, "I'll make sure he suffers."
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
So
Yes, brother, to our destiny.
Yes. I am a little concerned to learn that a lot of people have died on this rug, but okay.
But
Maybe that.
it's like our ancestors, you know.
It's
They
just
weren't
so
here. They
lush,
wouldn't be here.
though. I don't want to get off of it.
I mean,
mean,
it'll move you. It'll move us. So
I know, yeah.
I don't see a reason.
There's no point in it.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Other than don't try not to crinkle it though. Yes.
So, yes. As the man shuffles you out, what's his name? Like Iswald, whatever. He pushes you out.
Gizmo.
It's Gizmo. I have a Gizmo. I can put him in the back. Pushes you out, and as soon as you step outside the carriage, this is what you see. If you can see on Roll20, I'm sharing the Castle Ravenloft.
Yes.
Sorry again to the Wednesday group. I showed them the wrong image, and then it led to a bunch of unnecessary questions. So here is
Are there
the.
2 red-eyed ravens as we step out too? Are those part of the picture?
That's just for flavor, but no, they're there for sure. These we'll add them back in. So we're gonna add that these ravens are there. There's a couple of ravens creeping around, and we'll retcon that a few of the cats in the swarm of cats shared this creepy red glowing eye effect that the ravens now see.
Did Olmar like notice that during the fight, or like notice these crows with red eyes?
Yeah, we'll say everybody noticed it. Yeah, it would have stuck out, and just like these do. But they just they don't seem aggressive. They're just very patiently just hanging out, watching you be dumped out onto their front porch.
I don't trust those cats. I mean, flying cats.
Olmar hears flying kid, and he notices the crows.
I get it, Ravenloft.
Yeah, the little goblin definitely eyes them warily. Keeps his short bow primed. We didn't find any other weapons or armor, did we? Just the what we could salvage. The others.
What you got to salvage, and then now that you have like real characters, if it's like really lacking, go ahead and add whatever like a base armor would be, not like a +1 or anything. Just whatever is appropriate for the character. Same for everybody else. I think everybody got weapons, but if you don't have any, like Christian's characters definitely both have normal armor, so like everybody should have at least normal armor if you didn't find a magic thing. So
I do have the what is it? The nightcloak armor. One of the guys.
there you go.
I mean, one of the spells I have is mage armor, so I think I'm covered.
Yeah, I'm just taking armor on my thief, and I'll leave my wizard without anything.
Go ahead and add a little leather armor. Who knows? The goblin needs all the help he can get.
Yep, my half-orc the same.
Yep. Although the goblin appears a lot beefier now that he took off his shredded cowl after leveling up and maxing out dexterity and adding a lot to strength.
Hell yeah.
I could just imagine like the actual level up, and here's this tiny little goblin thing, and he just like rips off his like "Rrr!"
Absolutely.
It's just all abs.
But his constitution's still 6, so it's just like the stringiest,
all
wiriest.
vanity muscles, but
Yeah.
it's still there.
Abs
it's
from
just
throwing
drawn
up all
in
the
with
time
marker.
from being sick.
Yeah.
Too close to home for me. Bella's been sick for a few days. I've cleaned up so much green stuff. All right.
Ugh.
Okay. On that note, so I got to read up. So you see this visual before you, and for context, because it comes up a lot in the paragraph, the mountains are the Belenok mountains, the Balinox. So there's that. And retcon, we'll say that you've noticed you've kind of been going uphill this whole time ever since you left the bridge. You felt it as you moved, but nevertheless, after passing through the craggy peaks of Balinox, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and the startling, awesome presence of Ravenloft itself towers before you. The carriage comes to a stop just in front of twin guardhouses of turreted stone, broken from years of use and exposure. Beyond these, a 50-foot wide precipice gapes between the Balinox cliffs and the walls of Ravenloft, a chasm of dizzying depth that disappears into the fog-shrouded distance far below. The lowered drawbridge of old shorn-up wood beams hangs precariously between you and the arched entrance to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining with the weight. And from atop the high, strong walls, stone gargoyles seem to stare at you from their hollow sockets and grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs in the entry tunnel, and beyond this, the main doors of Ravenloft itself stand open. A rich, warm light spills from them into the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors. What do we do? Lightning!
I suppose we probably should go in.
Yeah,
Being standing out here in the lightning.
I'll be right behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah, no lightning. So you see Olmar like hike up his collar a little bit and like gets in through the rain and the lightning and he heads towards. You all coming?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, the last time we went across a bridge, though, it was kind of dicey, so.
Well, what other choice do we have?
Whoever wants to go first,
That is
I'll watch your back.
Perfect choice of words there, because it's dicey bridge.
Slicey and dicey.
Brother, I think we should fly.
I agree. We'll just kind of hover behind them.
Who's leading this little party? By the way, did anyone pick that armor up? Because if anyone is a lawful individual that can wear plate armor, it's really good. Yeah.
I'm lawful, but I'm a wizard, so I don't know if I actually need that armor. It may just weigh me down.
Might be able to. Let's see.
Does it actually say wizards can't wear?
It does say armor. Like there's an armor category on there on each
Yeah.
of the classes.
Talents and spells.
Oh no!
all armor.
Oh, got it.
So I figured that was
where
a restriction.
is the? Oh, there we go. So do you have to be lawful for it?
Yes. Well,
Christian, they chose their alignment.
Yeah, we
you
did,
didn't. Yours
so-
came pre-gen, so if you want to change it, go ahead.
technically you're supposed to be a lawful follower of Saint Tarragnus, which, by happenstance, Cracklet was.
I mean, yeah, I'll change it. Fuck it.
Alright.
Fighter, so he probably should
Yeah.
to have it.
Change it live.
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
You're alive. Fuck it.
Where's the actual description? It's somewhere.
What's the modifier for it? Like what does
It's
it
a
do?
+3 plate armor. So
Oh shit!
I think plate's 15. Oh, the armor of Saint Tarragnus. Yeah, there you go.
Good lord.
Cool. So I've got 14 AC.
Saint Terry.
And it could summon an archangel once a month, but it seems to have been recently used. So, but who knows? Maybe that was 29 days ago. Who knows? We'll
Yeah,
see.
who knows? Who knows?
So there you go. There's the full description.
Cool.
And he had a great axe too, in case anyone need it. But and a shield. Yeah. All right.
And then the brothers have a magic carpet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And by the way, anybody watching, I there was no intelligent decision-making process for these magic items. I was turning pages, and wherever my eyes landed, that's what they got. So
Really could have used a Constitution amulet, but it's fine. You know, I did have 7 charisma, so 18 is a much better thing there when people are being possessed all around me.
Yes, brother. I have to say, since you put that necklace on, you've somehow gotten hotter. If that makes sense.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Are we singing this as we're like running through the rain and the lightning's
You guys are running, and then there's just 2 elves on a
Hovering.
carpet kind of behind you guys.
Yep.
We could be flying over and actually providing cover for the rain. We are absolutely not.
Oh,
Should we?
yeah.
What's your elf's name, Daniel? I forgot.
Omar.
Omar. Should we say hi?
fellow elf.
Another of the fair. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose we could, but I mean, he might want to get on the carpet.
Oh yes, of course. Well,
Is there? I don't remember how big this carpet was. Is there room for all of us?
oh,
Just-
there is
just
not.
two.
Okay.
At one point, Shiget was going to leave his brother because he was afraid that it might slow the carpet down.
we're consistently elbowing each other, and during the battle earlier, where we had to reload crossbows midair, it was pretty rough. So,
Yeah.
Going across the bridge. Yep.
All right, everybody going across?
Yes.
So everybody
Yeah.
not on a carpet ride, I'm going to need a roll,
Eventually.
D20, just a flat D20.
All right.
We'll see how the
Like,
fates.
yeah, just a D20 here. I'm gonna.
It is Mr.
So
The little
around
goblin
wants
is
an
cock
8.
for you guys. Keep track at home. 13. Lucky number 13.
I love
got a
goblin and cock.
Yep.
Damn it.
My friends
I
call me
rolled
AJ.
It's sitting right there.
I rolled an 11.
11, good.
Did that with-
And then Christian, anything but a 1 is good.
Does each character need one, or just
No,
whoever-
just the
well,
just
no, because we're only doing one
Yeah.
character.
just the active one on the bridge. Okay, cool. So, Christian and Daniel, y'all's characters start to cross the bridge, and you see, Alex and Corey, the elf brothers, flying by, keeping watch, but they don't have any problems. 'Cause obviously, they're flying. As you start to make your way across this rickety bridge, a couple of times your footing slips as the planks just disintegrate under you, but you are able to catch yourself and make it across. But it was pretty sketchy getting over there. And the crazy part is just the kind of geographic structure. It's so odd that you're so high up, like 1,000 feet up from the base of these cliffs, but there is just like a perfect 50-foot chasm before, and it looks like it should stop there. It looks like where the carriage dropped you off, that should be the natural end of the cliff, but there's just like the weird out like island over here. It looks like it's just poking up by itself like a spire, 1,000-foot cliff. And then even more impressive, once you're on top of this 1,000-foot cliff, so where you guys are like looking straight up now that you've crossed the bridge, it's well over 300 feet. So so high that the clouds that are raining down are kind of passing over the spires of the highest peaks of this thing. So it's almost like a mountain itself on top of this mountain. It's insane. Very nice
Down,
masonry.
down.
Yeah. So this bridge is 300 feet, like that kind of thing.
Oh no, just 50
Okay.
feet. 50 feet. The bridge itself is 50 feet.
Okay, because okay.
But as you're
You
looking
still
over
see-
the side, as you're crossing, you're like, "Oh Jesus, that's like 1,000-foot drop." Yeah, you don't even see the bottom. It's just like fog at a certain point.
Yeah. So Ulmer kind of like glances over and he gets a little chill. He's like, "I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
stay in the middle of the bridge, nowhere near any of the edges. I'm safe here."
Yep.
He's like, "I'm safe. I'm safe."
yeah, once you guys make your way across, and you are now at the base of Castle Ravenloft. Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah. You see the portcullis is open as you keep walking. I assume you keep walking in. There's really nowhere else to go. The walls of the castle itself, and then the wall around the castle are really just kind of flush with the cliffside itself. So it's not like there's anywhere to like explore outside of the walls. Like this is the wall. You're once you cross that bridge, you're in. And so yeah, as soon as you are looking at you're now into the courtyard area. A thick, cold fog swirls around this darkened courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the angry clouds overhead as thunder pounds the courtyard around you. A light drizzle. The rain recedes a bit as you are now entering the courtyard, down to just a light drizzle. But ahead you see torch flames flutter in the wind on either side of the keep's open main doors. And then around that, warm light from inside is spills from those open doors into the courtyard. Doors in the gate towers on each side of the tunnel entrance are shut against the rain, and a howling wind rushes through the courtyard. The dark towers of the keep loom above in the mist, as flickering lights shine from a short round tower on the southeast side of the keep. So it looks like there might be a party going on inside.
This bridge really, it doesn't seem like you get a lot of guests up here. But I thought he was a sad soul. Seems like he's having a good time though.
Maybe he's got this other life. I mean, maybe vampires get lonely.
Hey, man, if you're an immortal being living alone, I'm sure you probably got to find a way to keep yourself occupied outside of killing. But that you can only do that so much.
I mean, myself, I've been around for a little bit of time. I just dived into books and stuff. I never was one for parties or showy-offy sort of things.
I don't. Should we head towards that light?
I've always heard go towards the light.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And maybe you're onto something. If they can only do so much killing as an immortal being. So maybe the dozens of heroes that came before us have kind of slaked his immortal thirst, and we'll just go right in and do the deed.
So,
Huzzah!
If the
Approaching the
Wednesday
door.
group ever watches this, see, you guys just chose an option that saved 40 minutes, I think. The way they decided to go, they're like, you know what? Let's go check out that door in the courtyard on the side. I'm like, oh no. And I just let them go, but I was like, there wasn't going to be anything, and they just looked so much and everything. I'm like, oh no, okay. Anyway, so sorry, other guys. I was supposed to roll encounters for every area of the courtyard they were searching, and I was just like, we are not getting to the story fast enough, and I didn't. So anyway, if this were a full-blown campaign, this would actually be even deadlier. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so yes, we chose to go in, and everybody, as you start to ignore the uninteresting things on either side of the castle and go toward the castle. Yes, the ornate massive doors hang open. Fluttering torches cast dim yellow flickers of light from the entryway. At 20 feet into the castle, a second set of doors suddenly swings open effortlessly, and the sounds of organ music flow out. Overhead in the entryway, 4 statues of dragons glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight. So, lightning. But yes,
More.
Yeah. You see Omar, he every time the lightning flashes, he So he's like just trying to get in to get dry, and then he sees dragons and stuff. He's like, heck?
So are we going in?
Oh yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
go in and not suffer any more. Like, I don't want to hyper. I don't want to be in the rain.
These dragons, 2 and 2 on either side, welcome you in like very confident bouncers. Like so big they don't have to make the I'm a strong guy pose. They're just kind of standing there chilling. You're still terrified. So
Sorry, wait, are these real dragons, or am I just imagining this?
make an intelligence check. Let's see. They are definitely responding to you as you walk by. Here we go. So
16.
as you pass through, and these dragons are looking down, they're seated in the feline position. You know, where they wrap their tails around their feet, and they're kind of all their paws are together. So they're roosted or on these little pedestals, and they watch you make your way in. These are adult red dragons, and they see you, and their eyes, not their whole necks are turning and following you as you go in. And even as with a 16, you notice that you can even feel the heat off their breath. Like these are like, but real close inspection, the torchlight, and again, there's like pipe organ music happening, happening. The light catches one of their faces as you're getting closer to the inside of the castle, and you notice that they appear to be made of stone, like pure stone. But whenever sometimes the light hits them a certain way, it's like a shimmer of red underneath the stone. But as soon as everyone shuffles to the other end of the room, like the castle end, not the entrance, the ones furthest from you kind of return back to their post, as it were, stationary. But nobody moves though. Not one dragon like lifts a claw up. They're all chilling.
Yes, they're certainly beautiful decorations. Yes.
Yeah. As we're moving through, Almar just kind of like stares at them. Anything? Does Olimar know what, like, it's described that they're like stone but no alive? Does Olimar know what these creatures are or could be?
Well, you recall that Madame Eva from the carriage did warn you not to trust most of the things that you see in this castle. But aside from the heat coming off of them, there's no other signs that they are, real dragons, aside from the movement. But even that, everyone here just witnessed a ton of different kooky things on the bridge. So, the magic be about.
So, remind me to grab a pair of those on the way out. I think they'd look wonderful in our entryway.
Absolutely. I was thinking maybe like a bookend kind of thing.
How would you get them out of here? Like do you have
they were brought up here, so there's got to be a way
Are
out.
you just gonna carry him?
No, but you can hire people for anything.
That's true.
He's not wrong. Yes. If somebody had to build this place, I mean, I can't think of how many people probably fell to their deaths.
I mean, that little goblin, was rich. I'm sure we could throw some money at that thing and it'll start, doing whatever they do.
Yeah,
You say that, and you have a hard time spotting him. His thief name is Shadow, or his thief title is Shadow.
Badass.
So he's my backup. So he's creeping around.
Where did
Right.
where did a cock go that just keeps disappearing, pops up in the strangest places?
He just slipped away again.
No, you don't trust that little guy.
Yeah.
Slippery
Usually
one.
in my pants,
He was small, but not that small.
Not that. Well, it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, he was more. He wasn't tall or long, but he was thick.
That's what matters.
Really, lady.
Constitution. High Constitution is a good thing.
There was also a confidence that I kind of enjoyed.
No fat, just straight up muscle. Yep.
Lean.
Corey, you have the bard rules. Are there also titles by level?
Yes, the bard. Oh, I'm a satirist.
Oh, nice.
As a bard. Yep.
I love it. I wish they were in the real book.
Oh no, that's chaotic. As a neutral bard, I'm a speaker, but I much rather like a satirist.
I like that.
Yeah, I've got the coolest. Well, it just kind of rhymes with the whole thing. So I'm a level 5 wizard. So I'm Olmar the Arcanist.
Nice. Yeah. For those unfamiliar with ShadowDark, instead of like having 12 classes and then subclasses, they have just so there's the 4 basic ones in the rules, and then Corey also he got the Ranger and Bard version. But by level, or by tier rather, you have different titles. So like a lawful fighter goes from squire to cavalier, knight, thane, and then lord or lady at the top, and then such and so forth. So yeah, like they were saying, everybody's level 5 now. So we've got arcanists, witches and warlocks, wardens, rook, shadow, rogue, knight slayer, battle rager, templar, cultists, haruspecs. I don't even know what that means.
I've read that in a book somewhere. It's one of those words
cool.
that I probably couldn't pronounce myself.
Right? Haruspecs. I don't know.
I don't have a hernia.
I got more charisma than intelligence, so I got.
Well, we did have a chirurgeon, so
That's right. The chirurgeon.
how would you pronounce that, Christian? Because we all tried.
Yeah.
Chirurgeon.
I think I used to say chirurgeon myself.
Virgin.
A
I think
Haruspex is a diviner in ancient Rome who predicted the future by examining the entrails of sacrificed animals.
Is
Oh,
that
okay,
like,
okay.
Like an oracle.
Yeah. I've
It's
seen
kind of
it.
like how like jail is spelled like in like Britain. It's like GAOL. That's
Oh,
just
right.
jail.
Yeah. Y'all quit being
So
weird.
maybe surgeon.
Chirurgeon.
And like, why
What
did it
do we
make
say?
sense at
bosun.
one point? I wonder.
Yeah, just like bosun.
Yeah.
bosun. Yeah.
You mean boatswain
Boatswain. Bosun.
or lieutenant? Sorry. Yes, we're going past the dragons.
Yes, past the dragons and into the entryway here, the grand entry. Cobwebs hang from dust-covered columns of this great hall as the music continues and intensifies, illuminated by torches fluttering in iron sconces. The dust and webs cast strange, moving shadows across the faces of stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling above you. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by centuries of decay. And 2 doors of bronze stand closed to the east, directly ahead of you at the end of this hall. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness, and all the while a sad and majestic organ tones float about you from a lit hallway to the south, which is your right. So we've got mysterious, huge staircase to question mark, don't know, and then straight ahead of you, it's like a long hallway, and at the end of it, 2 closed bronze doors. And then to your right, that's what seems to be where the music's coming from.
I do like the music.
Yeah, I mean, I could. There's probably refreshments if there's music, and I could definitely go for a beverage.
Can you remind us of the first card's description? The 10 of hearts.
Oh, right.
A high rocky place, if I recall.
Because you said the other one was the same location, but then I didn't have the first
Right.
location written down.
It was a symbol of great power. The holy symbol is where you would find this, and she described it as a place of dizzying heights that all loathe to travel. And the road winds ever upward, and the rocks themselves live here.
I think we're here. I think
Yeah, because that was a living.
maybe just higher up. No,
Maybe there's a tower or
was there a
stairs?
mountain higher up above us before we stepped into here? It was really dark. I don't recall, but the picture on the screen looks like there might be.
oh, maybe we need to. Well, maybe we just pop in and say hello. Maybe, we grab a walk me down, and then, we go check out.
Fly me down. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But was there a higher mountain than where we were?
There were, but back on like the mainland or whatever.
Okay, so not like right here. Okay, so
Right.
I think yeah, I think
The castle's almost like as if it was carved out of the natural formation.
yeah. No, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, might as well make ourselves, acquainted with whomever is
I mean,
here.
Maybe
Hang
we'll
out,
just.
They
We'll
said
grab-
he always knows where we are, so
Yeah. So he won't be surprised when we come in.
gracious
So that's-
guests.
I mean,
no,
I would assume if he knows we're coming, there should be charcuterie because
food aside, and that's food and refreshments are great, but we may start to learn something. We need to gather knowledge of where these
you
artifacts
can
are.
do that, and I'll gather the charcuterie.
Yes, maybe he's got some wands around somewhere that I can
No more wands for you.
appropriate.
One seems to be enough for how dangerous you
Yeah,
are.
I think this one's
do
broken.
feel like maybe there might be some stuff. It seems like maybe
I am quite
we could
famous.
maybe take it.
So steal.
So yeah, let's look.
As we're starting to get curious, poking around the corner, torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. You're not quite in the same room as the music yet, but you're as soon as you step further into, you can see it now. But to the east, a dark and forbidding hallway runs into darkness, and beside that opening, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, a steady bright light escaping through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall.
Does anyone need some armor? This one looks quite well taken care of.
Is it actual armor, or is it alive, or?
Make an intelligence check.
I throw it. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw.
I don't have any charcuterie with me yet.
Nice. You are looking at a perfectly, like a pristine condition a set of plate armor,
Nice.
non-ornamental.
So functional. Okay. I don't particularly need it, but
I'm
Nobody.
all armored up.
I think
Nah.
fighters. Oh, priests can wear armor too.
And remember your second characters too.
All armor.
Ooh, also remember, if those two die, who you're gonna have.
Does anyone have enough bulk in their pack that can take
Yeah,
this?
I have
I
some
can-
room in my backpack. Yeah.
yeah, Jeff may be able to. He's a
The
fighter.
small goblins like trying to pry the helm off.
Do you need a boost?
I mean, I can carry a lot now.
As a reminder, in ShadowDark, you get gear slots essentially. So either 10 or your strike score if it's higher, I believe.
Yeah.
And things like most stuff is just like 1 slot, but I think plate's like 3 slots to carry it. So you can't
Yeah, I
carry
know.
everything in the world.
Yeah. I know my longbow is 2 slots, but if we pick this up, then like Jeff can put it on. He's a fighter, so.
Oh yeah.
Is it 2
he
slots
can-
or just
he can
2
just wear it.
hands?
Yeah.
I think
It's a 2-handed, but I have it marked in 2 slots here.
I think.
There's a difference between 2-hand and 2, because there's some weapons that are heavy and some that are.
Yeah, just 1 slot for that one. 1 slot for longbow.
Okay.
The only weapons that are 2 slots are bastard sword, great axe, and great sword.
Okay,
Everything else you're good.
that works. Cool. Just hopefully you don't make a whole lot of noise. We don't want to attract everybody.
I think we're a little past that. We've dripped a whole path all the way in here.
Well, yeah, but we also don't want to, like, we just got in. We don't want to get killed or kicked out yet.
Nope. I don't like the yet there. Just not at all. So there's organ door, and then was there another one? Was there two, or was it just the organ?
Yeah, you're in a room
Ominous
that's like right
music.
next to that. There's a set of double doors that are closed, but they're like the music is so loud, it's super obvious. It's right behind you, so you're very close to. You could just open those doors and it'd be there. And then you have a mysterious hallway that leads down to just darkness. It just spirals down into what you can't see. And
Down.
then,
That feels like the opposite way that we want to go.
and then another hallway that leads to somewhere you can't see.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I vote to go into the room making the noise. And, when we do get into this room, just act like we're supposed to be here.
That's how we always act. Is that not
Some of
readily
us.
apparent?
Some of us. And you see Omar's, starts, trying to, tidy himself up, so he's, getting dust or, rain and stuff off his coat. Try to look
Fair brother,
proper.
we must teach you something about court etiquette. By the way, as a bard, I have I feel like every class gets advantage in some checks, and with bards,
Yeah.
it's trained in oration, performing arts, lore, and diplomacy. You have advantage on related checks. So,
Yep.
I feel like I'm up on my debutante policy if it comes up.
Yeah, I rolled a couple of cool traits that'll help out. So.
Or
So do
cotillion. That's the other one. Yeah.
So are we going in?
I'm down.
Yes.
Yeah. I look for some sort of bellhopper, somebody that could announce us. But yeah, go in.
You look around and there's like a gargoyle from the last room poking his head down, upside down, looking in there. But that's pretty much all you got. And as soon as you make eye contact, he goes back to where he was.
Yeah, Olimar, he gets straightened, takes a big breath, and starts walking into
Yeah.
the door.
That's
Oh,
right,
you
cousin. Hold your head high.
Complete confidence. Omar goes in there, and they are, in sweeping or whatever. So you push them open, and then the music gets so loud at this point, and you are looking at a magnificent 40-foot square room, brilliantly lit by 3 massive crystal chandeliers in the center. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. And in the center of the room, a long, heavy table stands covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with delectable foods of every type. Roasted beast basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Of course, the grand charcuterie. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place, there is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid whose delicate fragrance tantalizes your senses. And at the center, to the far west wall, between floor-to-ceiling linked mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that offers in its tone greatness and despair. And seated before the keys, its back toward you, a single caped figure familiar to all of you, pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. And the figure suddenly stops, and with the deep silence falls over the dining hall. The figure slowly turns to you. Welcome to my home.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Mr. Bond.
I'll have the white.
I presume this is Strud.
Thank you. It was quite a trek to reach you, but you left us in the rain, and we have come to take you up on your hospitality and enjoy the wonderful. And he kind of plucks a cobweb off the corner of the carpet, and finally kept castle that you have built and maintained up here at probably great considerable expense. So, from one wealthy scion to another, I bid you hello. I was going to say adieu, but you might not know that language.
And maybe something a little more upbeat and jazzy with the music. Like, does it have to be so kind of downer?
Yes, I think I remember some of my sitar lessons from the tutor.
Yes, brother, show them how it's done.
Oh God.
Yes, yes. I look for any instrument that's not the organ. That's
By
in
the way,
room.
I must have not heard you, but I'll have a glass of white.
Damn it.
Yeah. While this is all going, Olimar is he's again all confident and everything. He leans over because you said there was a table on me. And he picks up one of the glasses with the liquid. And he like fancily holds it in his hand.
Nice.
He's like swishing it a little bit and smelling it.
Well, as soon as Omar does that, Alex, your character, I'll take a glass of white, and it just appears in your hand all of a sudden. As soon as, and there
Now
it is.
that's service, brother.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is wonderful. Do
And Olimar is observing this whole
you have any Fey pain? Fan pain? I tried to make that work, and it didn't really happen.
He keeps trying to make it a thing, and it's just, I keep telling him it's not a thing.
It's just like
Everyone knows it's only sparkling satyr if it's not from the Winter Realm. Yes,
Yes, if it's not from the Sealy Court, it's not Champagne.
of course, of course.
If it's not silly, I'm not feeling it.
Yes, exactly.
But no.
Okay.
He kind of ignores everything you just said, except for when he waved his hand and the glass appeared. But to
Fair,
the other things,
fair.
he just kind of glosses over. He just said, or what did you say? You like, welcome for your thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your,
Yes.
All
And
my
I did
guests
compliment
are
his
welcome.
castle.
All my guests are welcome to fatten themselves up to fill their bellies.
Wonderful. Are there any other guests in attendance
yeah. What's the room look like?
on this fine
Like-
evening? I'm also asking him that.
Through
And,
this
yeah, looking around
castle,
to see if anyone else is in here.
we have had many guests. And he starts to like lick his lips, but none so recent. It is very fortunate you find yourself here. Very fortunate for me.
The weather is truly terrible, so it's good to be inside. Sorry, Omar. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Olimar's just noticing this and like as he's like still sniffing the liquid. He's a little suspicious of the liquid itself, especially after he notices the straw licking his lips. It's like
What
he grows some suspicion.
Please eat, drink. It is not poison. If I wanted you there, you remember the bridge.
Well, don't have to twist my arm, and I'll go over and just grab a big handful of food.
Olimar gets a little flustered because he remembers his friends that died on the bridge.
Shiget is putting things in his backpack.
Yeah, Akak's under the table and just keeps reaching a hand up and grabbing things and pulling them under the table randomly.
So what do you all think you are going to do here?
Well, eat first, apparently. Olimar says. But what do you and Olimar shoots back at Strahd with a question. Why were you expecting us?
My loyal workers, they travel in between realms for me and bring back fresh meat. I am always expecting you. Not you personally, but someone in your place.
So we're just food. And Olimar, like, He's got a little bit of.
Oh no, you're not just food. You are also the entertainment.
So you do have a sitar somewhere.
Yes.
But as soon as he starts
There's
cackling, he a whoosh goes over the whole room, blowing out all the candles, the chandeliers, and Strahd disappears as the cackle continues. But a cold chill falls over everyone now in complete darkness. And actually, yeah.
Shit.
So two things now. We did not do the torch timer, but we're way past it wherever it should have started because it's 11. Yeah. So we're gonna assume it went out, and that you've been inside where it has been lit.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not have noticed it go out. But I will give you everybody. If what would we do if we did not already have a torch lit?
Shiget's gonna cast light on his staff, or no, he'll cast it on his brother's wand.
Ooh,
Oh yes.
smart. Make a yep.
Does it work?
It just passes.
Yeah, I reach out and I just touch the tip of the wand. Oh, look at that, brother! It lights up.
Oh
Nice.
yes, this is wonderful.
Perfect. And I think it's an hour
Hold it up
or
high.
10 minutes. Hour.
Yeah, good for an hour.
Oh, a whole hour. Nice.
Oh, wow. Yes.
No
It
concentration.
had to be his wand.
Nice. Or they call it something different. But focus. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, focus.
And yeah, Christian, so you just saw like even to cast light, which I know it's like that's like nothing in 5e, it's just a cantrip, but ShadowDark, you still got to roll to see if you even are able to cast it. And so since it's a level 1, it would just be 10 plus level 1 for the DC. So he rolled a 13, so he's good.
Cool.
But even if he rolled a 1 on the spell, like you, even as it's just light, but you lose it for the whole day. It's brutal. But anyway, yes, light has been cast now. So we got an hour, and we'll say
near
when are we in the
distance,
session?
which
That'll
I
be
think is 30-footish. Is that near?
so it's
Yes.
10 of like bright, and then another 30 of dim for 40 total.
Nice.
Is there like a such thing? Because me being an elf, is there such thing as like dark vision or so?
No characters have dark vision.
Okay.
Every bad guy
E.
has dark vision.
Oh, great! Yeah.
That's how ShadowDark
I mean-
works.
I mean, ShadowDark is meant to just murder characters.
Yes.
It seems like.
I want to
Yeah.
call out the art of the wizard on page 42 is great because he's got a beard and mustache, and it looks like the mustache is growing straight out of his nose.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
It is.
So.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
link my token and stuff
Yeah,
with
that's the
my
magic.
with my character sheet, that's the image I put as the token.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
just right at the like top of the spell list, so it's great.
Call me Nosebeard.
Hey, wrong names. Arr.
It's just-
Arr, I hold my wand up. Yes, showing everyone lighting up the room.
Yeah, so now the only source of light is that wand, and what was previously, pretty fairly well lit entry / dining hall. It's just like that's it now. So now it's spooky.
So for wizards, there has to be a focus thing for like the spell thing, right? Is that a particular type of focus, or is it just like, oh, my elf just pulls out a staff and that's it?
Oh no, I think I think focus in ShadowDark is like concentration.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
Not
I
like arcane
don't
focus.
need- Okay, yeah, so I don't need an arcane focus. I just have my hands, and it's like, okay, my hands are ready to
Yeah.
throw spells.
It's not that like detailed. And,
Right.
Okay, cool,
Just good.
cool.
Material components all in.
Okay.
So, what do we do?
I mean, maybe a little more light. It's still kind of dark in here, and I'm slightly worried about a cock running around in the dark. He likes it, but he can't see. I keep hearing him bump into table legs.
Yes. Well, how about I will cast light on
Oh, you can do it too. Great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's weird. I'll cast it on. Let's see. Probably let's go with our fighter friend. I don't remember his name.
Gog? What was it?
Yeah, Grog,
Gagog?
Gag,
Gagog.
Gagog. So Gagog, I'm not sure what kind of weapon Gagog is using, but Shiget will reach out and touch that. Oh, look at that! That one lights up too.
Oh wow. Must be the ancient spirits in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like the armor should glow too, even though I just double checked the description and it doesn't. But
Is there any like sconces or torches or something around the walls that we can?
they were lit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not blown out.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for it. Like, you did notice
Extinguished.
them as you were coming in. So they're in iron sconces. So yeah, they are blown out, but they are, like, if you were to walk up to them, they're still usable. Like, they can be relit.
Yeah. Is there light can't like do that, right? Is there? there has
We
to-
should all have from the crawling kit, so like the basic backpack kit that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think one of the things in it was
torches. Yeah. I
yeah.
Olimar can pull out that torch, and he's just gonna light like one of them.
Yeah, it has flint and steel in it too.
Yeah. Well, if it's just flint and steel, then save the torches, and he's gonna go towards one of with the flint and steel, one of the sconces, and try and light that. And then he's gonna try and use that sconce to light whatever other sconces and stuff is around. So
Oh, I
at
see.
least one.
Yeah. Yeah. Make a dex check for the lighten up.
9.
So
Nice.
the first one you go up to, it as soon as you try to, like, it looks like it should work. And this was something that was just lit a second ago, like before Straw got emo. So, but you can tell now that you're trying to like light it with like non-supernatural powers. Like, it's just not, there's no juice there, and you get the feeling that whatever was keeping it lit was like magical. So it's like,
Yeah, that, he's just like trying to say, this ain't working.
yeah.
Maybe it's magic or so, and he's a little bit embarrassed.
It happens to the best of us.
Performance anxiety. It's dark here. Come on.
As you kind of sitting around trying to figure out what to do, figure out light, from that earlier room, you start to hear some creaking and some movement from the entryway where all the gargoyles were.
Wait. Almar put down the amber liquid sort of thing, right?
Oh, so anyone who is still holding like a glass or a fork or anything, when as soon as the wave came by and blew out all the lights, all those things just disappeared. The glasses, the cutlery, the nice plates, the food, it just all of it in a flash gone, and all that's left is like the faint aroma. Just
Dang.
Shiget lets out a wail and says, "My charcuterie!"
I was gonna do the smart thing and be like, wait, alcohol's flammable. I just go douse that, but because that he pulls out the torch he has in his bag, he's gonna light his own torch since the wall
nice.
is up.
Yeah,
on
that
the
one's
right.
fine. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And so because there's already light in the room, no check necessary. For future reference, if we're in complete darkness and we're trying to light torches, it's going to be a dex check to even attempt to do it. So
Okay. Yeah.
Good to know.
I guess there's no reason to stay here. Shall we go investigate?
Yes, there must be a kitchen or something where all the food went.
Yeah, you can't just make something out of nothing.
No, there's no takesy backsies.
Or make nothing out of something. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
So there's the door we came through. Are there other exits?
In the room you are, it's like a nice dining hall and with columns on either side of the wall, north and south, and nothing obvious that way. It's where Strahd was sitting and the nice organ against that wall, and then where you came in from. Without thorough investigation, that's all you see. That's all.
Can Shiget look around a little bit? I want to check out the organ.
Yeah.
Is this what kind of brand is this?
So yeah, Shiget, go ahead and stroll up there and let's get an intelligence check.
10.
So it's very nice. It's in contrast to most of the nooks and crannies and neglected everything in this place. Everything's collecting dust. Like the organ itself is actually really, really well maintained and clean. And there's on the bench, it is the cushion is long worn out and it's just deflated. And in the center where he was sat, just like a permanent impression into the dead cushion now. It's giving Norman Bates' mom in the motel bed sinking in. Psycho.
Combining the modern lingo and Psycho together. Generations apart.
Yeah, sorry. That was a leap.
You're good. You're good. Is that a Wurlitzer? Wow. He does have money.
He does, and it looks like it's been tuned. You have to have someone come out and do that. That's not just something you can do on your own.
I mean, unless you're an immortal that has picked up the skills across,
True.
years and years and years and years.
Do you think he keeps the piano tuner alive, or does he just snack on afterwards?
We're going to add to canon now that whenever his Vistani bring in a new batch of bodies, he's like, before we kill anybody, does anyone have experience with organs and maintaining them?
You're there with the tiny hands. You gotta think about the practicality.
Other than that, nothing of note, and you even like give it a good poke around the side. Nothing seems to be weird. Yeah. So other than that, just creepy, spooky noises.
And now that we're close to the organ, no other apparent exits.
No, just where you came in from.
Okay. I think we have one choice. Which kind of isn't a choice, if you think about it.
I agree. We go home, brother.
Do you see any windows?
We just got here and we don't know.
I mean,
Besides
if anybody else wanted to
food.
investigate the area, you could.
I am hanging out on the carpet right behind him, so I will do that. What am I rolling on here?
For intelligence.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Take it. Ooh, I won't take it. No.
So let me think.
I might be messing with the organ or something else. Who knows?
So perfect. So you're looking around the corner and looking for anything, looking for a different exit that's not where you came from, where the creepy noises are coming from, and you're trying to like play keys on the organ, anything that you can think of, and you reach and you find some like pulley, not a pulley, like a lever underneath, and you pull it, and you do hear like a clank, and then something start to spin, and maybe you think it's like a door opening or something, but all of a sudden, like a carnival ride, the whole thing lights up, and a holographic Strahd like flickers in and out of sight at the organ right next to you, And as the song starts again from the beginning, the way you first heard it as you approached in, and carries on. And you look behind you, and the food and drink situation, it'll like sputter into existence and then fall over and then disappear and then fall back, like appear, still falling over. It's just like in flux.
And Omar gets a little stunned, like he's watching things flickering. He's like, "What sorcery is this?"
That's probably exactly what it is. Some sort of magic.
And after a second, the lever you pulled, retracts back in, and the whole thing just shuts down again.
I solved the organ puzzle. Everyone.
So Strahd even here?
But he did. Unless he knows perfectly what all his guests are going to ask. And then responds to it. In real time. Quite the construct.
Omar starts to... He's got a torch in his hand. And Omar starts to move towards... more questions. And starts going towards the door that we came in.
Yep. Good idea.
Yep, we're following.
We haven't found out much.
Behind you, not close, but behind you.
Especially you in the golden armor.
I get it. I get it. I'm the first to die.
I mean, of the second half, maybe, but there's been a lot of deaths so far.
Yeah, and Omar, you can't see it on his face, dark, but Omar thinks back to seeing Mud, his goblin friend, and stuff that got viciously murdered.
Oh yeah. As you enter the room you were in previously, it's different now. Yeah. The hallway lies in darkness. Double doors open to the west, and to the east, a single arched corridor of stone masonry is lit by light from the circular stairs, now visible some 20 feet away. The light is coming from up the staircase, and the staircase also descends into a terrible darkness. And standing beside the archway to the stairs, a suit of armor. Oh, well, we already covered the suit of armor.
Yeah.
There's another one?
Where a suit of armor stood.
Still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if you
I
swiped it, never mind. Did you?
I thought the human grabbed it.
Okay, yeah.
Up. It's pretty lit, and we want to go up.
Going up?
Going up? Yeah.
Nice. We're going up. All right. So from K9, we go to. Now it gets fucky. So.
What is he consulting?
Oh, me?
I thought there was someone like just off screen, but yeah, now I'm pretty sure there's a map.
There's a huge map. There's like
a full wall map. Yeah.
I'm just picturing a crazy board with yarn going everywhere.
No, I'm telling you, Strahd's gotta be in there.
Yeah. Map.
All right, so K31. So let me find this place. We're going up the place. Cool. So. Yes, we enter this hallway. Not a hallway. We enter the staircase. Let me get this right.
Spiral staircase.
You enter. Yes, the stairway is lit by fluttering torches. So now we have torches again. As you scale, as you ascend, the light finds its way, and they're. Again, supported in these iron sconces. A chilly wind rushes down the circling stairway, seeming to kill the very heat of the torches. But they do not get blown out. As we ascend, we're still going up. That would be to... All right. As you reach a new floor, there's a thing.
Oh no! A thing.
Let's see.
The thing or a thing? Two totally different things. Yeah, big difference.
Okay.
One's scarier than the other.
31A. So you go in up the stairs and you end up on map 4, quarter of the count. which is here on this weird platform. Yeah. So, as you exit the stairway, it's kind of a strange platform you find yourself on, and the shaft, this deep shaft smells of well-oiled wood. There's a large wooden screw along the east wall and another along the west wall.
How deep does the shaft go?
It is. You're in a weird spot, so it looks like you're kind of behind a wall. Maybe you're behind the scenes and seeing some architecture, but your light can't reach as far as it actually goes. But you see both up and down as far as the light will let you see. So you can tell it's very cavernous and ongoing. And go ahead and make an intelligence check here. We'll see.
Who would you like? Yeah. There you go.
Critical success.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit! Okay, nice.
That's a good wrap up to my crit fail.
Right?
So,
Brother.
just dimensionally, you can tell, like,
That's our cousin. Yes.
from, you were just outside the castle and you got a good look at it and its architecture, and then now you're inside, and just relatively to where you've been moving around, you can tell that this is definitely the inside of one of the towers that you saw coming in. So you're like you're in the tower.
Good, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think.
Should I leave you and the staff alone for Tuesday? For the shaft?
I mean, I do love a good shaft, but no, I think you all can join me.
We can all
The
enjoy it.
aroma
Yeah,
of
I mean,
grease.
I've shared a shaft with many a gentleman before, so
We've even hung out with the staff in the shaft. It's
yeah, exactly. Yeah. A cock, get in this shaft.
At some point when I retire, I'm gonna open a tavern and just call it the shaft.
The shaft. Depending on where it is, you can get a lot of good business.
Yeah. Where you guys going? The shaft.
The shaft. So you're in a curious, like I described, you're behind the scenes, sort of like in contrast to like the obvious, very ceremonious welcome and elegant rooms that you had just found yourself in. Now it's kind of a weird, like a maintenance area almost. But the aroma of grease and well-oiled wood fills your nostrils as you enter this strange room. The entire room is filled with intricate machinery, and there's small passages between the gears and pulleys. Behind all the machinery, a cold shaft rises up from the darkness, continues past the room. That's the same shaft.
So the stairs we went up end at this point, and
Right.
then there's this.
Platform.
Okay, and then it keeps going above there, or like further down and up.
So it's kind of like you've reached the end of the stairs, which is a platform, but now that you're on this platform, let me check. There's
This might be one of those gnomish constructions. They love their gears.
indeed, that's what really stands out. It's like there's a lot of pulleys and levers and lots of stuff to potentially mess with.
It's very Almar makes compliments on like the construction and how complex it is, and especially for a castle.
Anyone trying to?
I was gonna say I'd probably like to. You know what? I want to try something. I would, as a bard, I can do a presence check, which, because I rolled on a level up that went from a DC 12 to a DC 9, and I can enact an effect. One of which is to inspire and give somebody a luck token, which is essentially you get a reroll. And I'd like to try that. So I'm gonna make a DC 9.
Almar has one of those because he did a really cool shot last
Nice.
week.
Oh, the DC is 9, so I just fail.
And what was that
Second
supposed to
attempt
do?
to use a feature that I failed at. Well, I can't use that again until I need to rest.
Oh no!
I can use a different part of the feature, but I can't try and inspire people again. So, Yep.
Ooh.
Yes, yes. Omar, you're doing great. You might have some folklore blood in you somewhere. I think we really might be cousins.
But yeah, the walls you can they're you are on a platform, and there is a seam and an adjacent platform next to it that's at the same level, but that one you can see the guts, and there's just all these pulleys and ropes going out of sight so high up, all seeming to operate some kind of contraption, and there's several like I said, levers and pull and yeah, there's levers that you could try to operate if you wish.
Oh no, we don't want to pull the wrong lever and fall through the floor.
I'd like to check out the levers. Wonder if he labeled any of these.
Do you think he's just gonna leave a label that says "pull lever" to go into my bedroom?
I
mean, yeah. If he's been alive for a very, very long time, he's probably forgotten a fair few amount of things. I'd start writing stuff down. I'm only 225, and I'm starting to make notes occasionally.
Early onset elvish Alzheimer's.
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 Alzheimer's. Yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, I want to investigate the levers for any sort of instructions or intuition about what they would do.
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
All right, lots of intelligence checks. A 10. Roll 20. You beat me up today.
This is well-maintained machinery. There are no clear labels, or it's not color-coded or anything. But there are two obvious choices that look like they are operative in this.
They're arrows.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I wonder, he doesn't maintain this castle by himself, does he? This is a pretty large property. Do you think he's got some sort of staff that he's not snacking on?
I mean, I saw a gargoyle earlier, so I think so.
May want to keep an eye out for that.
There was a giant Batman thing under the bridge. Yeah, I'm sure he's got some help.
Why haven't we seen any yet?
Don't say that out loud too much.
Do not wish this into reality.
He just whispers, "Why?"
I got a bad feeling. Yeah. If there's an up arrow, I'm going to point it out and say, I think this is in good shape, and it'll go up. So gather round.
Yeah, Omar goes toward. He's got the torch.
Yeah.
That's,
Still got the wand. Yeah, and the wand, and then Agog's axe. Gagog's. Agog.
Gagog.
A Gagog.
Yeah.
All right, so pull the lever.
Yeah, pull the lever.
Push the lever.
So if as soon as you do, there's a obvious chonk as you pull it down, and several little gears start spinning and twirling, and this is the nicest machine, the nicest, best kept machinery you've come across so far, and everything starts to tinker and wobble, and at that moment everyone's under your feet. Just for a brief moment, the ground underneath you shakes for a second, and the separate platform that is adjacent to the room you're in starts to rise slowly from where it is, going up the shaft.
And that one, the top of it had a bunch of gears and stuff on it, right? It wasn't a flat
Right.
platform.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I'm doing something.
More so, those large wooden screws on the side of on the sides of the room are like twisting as like you set something in motion, and as they do, the rotation, it seems to be like pulling or whatever, through cords and ropes, pulling this thing up. But the top of it's more like a platform that is rising.
Oh, I think that's our ride. Or your ride, brother. We should just fly next to it.
Yeah, we'll just sort of hover. Yeah.
All aboard.
Are you always going to be on this carpet?
He did say so.
It was imported.
So everybody jump on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. All right. As you do,
He's got weak knees, weak ankles.
the platform starts to rise, and very slowly, the room you were just in has a ceiling of no more than, we're going to say 20 feet from where that particular ceiling ended. So as soon as the platform makes the difference, it's again complete darkness, except for everybody has torches, but whatever. But so now you are pretty much in a cylinder by yourself, only as big as this rectangular platform, making your way up. And it is here that everyone begins to hear some noises from above in the darkness. They seem to be crawling down toward you. I'm going to make a little roll.
I don't like when the DM starts the roll.
Can you?
It's a 6.
Oh, that's a big number.
Okay. Okay. So, nothing happens on your ascent, but you notice that it's starting to gain speed as it goes upward.
Was the lever on the platform we left, or was it on this one?
The one you left.
The one that I...
You're on a blank platform.
Okay.
Here. And it starts to increase its speed. Everyone has light here, but I will say at this juncture there is a jolt in almost like you got yanked, the cords and the ropes controlling this thing, and for a brief second you think you're going to stop, but then boom, you start going way faster than you were before, and you're just ascending now at what seems like a dangerous pace toward God knows where. Up. What do we do?
I point my wand at the. I take my crossbow out and point my wand at the bolt and tap it on the bolt and. Come on, I know this works somehow. I'm trying lighting up the bolt. We should probably see where we're going.
Let me see if I can turn it on, and I'll reach over and I'll touch the bolt and cast light.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. So I would like to shoot the lit crossbow bolt up to try and see what's above us.
Nice. So we have, I'll let a couple of actions go by. So we're going up, and the crossbow works. That's perfect. It goes up, and it when it finally lands, it does stick, and it's lit enough to light up the things around it, and it looks like there are spikes above as you are propelled toward them.
Shit.
I gave us some insight, so any ideas?
Remind me again, are we on a track?
Least dangerous day at Six Flags.
Does it look like the spikes could be damaged at all?
Ooh, maybe if you're on a track. So yeah, on either side, Christian, on either side, there's kind of like a track, I keep trying to avoid the word elevator, but
Yeah,
like an elevator shaft.
It's a lift.
Yeah.
But it's almost flush with each wall. So you're of the shaft. So each corner of the platform, it's like there's no room to do anything over there.
Okay, so like if there's no give or like wiggle room to try to like jam it.
Right.
We do.
Is there ropes that are like hoisting us up or anything?
Yes, and that's behind this track thing. So it's going very fast, and it's in the wall, kind of a little bit exposed.
We could cut those, but then we'd fall, and that'd be another problem we'd have to deal with.
One time I was running and I tripped. So I wonder if we could stick something into the wall and make it trip or slow down.
Are those spikes? Can it be seen whether they're metal or wooden?
At the time, it's happening so fast. But as soon as the bolt did hit, I mean, they look gnarly. They look long and smelted. So yeah.
I think we've all got some iron spikes jangling around in our packs here.
Yeah, let's jam
strong
something
men?
in. Yeah.
Okay.
Walmart.
So we're trying to like jam its ascent by wedging something into the wall. I guess.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Make a. I guess everybody's helping. Everybody's trying to do it. So everybody make
Yeah,
a
I guess
dex
we
check.
all have them in our packs, so we could all help each other. Did you say Dex?
Yeah, dex check.
Oh wait, that'd be an even worse result for Jeb.
God, so
That'd be a 9 for Jeb. So.
okay. Almost
I
everybody
did a
has.
bad roll.
So yeah, so 3 are able to jam in there, and the what are they, pythons or spikes or what is it?
It just says iron spikes, so I
Iron
assume
spikes,
it's something
nice.
along those lines. Yeah.
So 2 of you on one side are successful as you jam in, and for a split second it does appear to slow it down, but on the other side, your friends, one makes it in and the other one not so fast. So it's like it's so sad. It almost happens. It's almost about to stop, and then one fails. That'll be Daniel's, and then as soon as that one fails, the one that did work right next to it, it just can't handle it by itself, and boom, just pops out, and then like half a second later on the other side, boom, boom, the others just like spit out from the force of everything. Everybody make an intelligence check, please, as you're scrambling right now on your way up. Okay, much better.
Where are we? Intelligence.
So
Hey.
that's okay. Still relatively okay. So as you all brace and trying to figure out what's next to do, the light is finally you're close enough, and you can. It's like your area is much lit much better, and now that some crumbling rocks have from the spikes being wedged in there, it broke loose some of the stone masonry, and now that it fell on the platform, it's kind of showing some discrepancies, and you notice that it's not perfectly flush there. There's actually some kind of outline of what might be a door on the top of this thing as you are propelled toward the spikes.
Can we reach the door?
Let's try.
Jump.
Yeah, let's
Or- Fly.
or yeah, let's go for the door.
Yeah, go for it. Perfect. What, sleep?
Sleep.
No, I'm hit buttons.
Okay.
Omar starts sleeping.
Quick, let's go. Sleep. Fall asleep. Not the best time. So
Jeff just holding. She got really tight. I have to admit something. When we were 5, I drowned your hamster. I can't leave that on my conscience before we die.
I know it was you,
I knew it was you.
Fredo.
That's fine. While you were asleep every night when we were 10, I peed in your bed and let you think that you wet the bed.
Wait, like the whole year I was 10?
Yes, I would
Oh, then
I would
we're
wait for you
even.
to fall asleep, and then I would just pee all over you because
Oh,
I knew about the hamster.
Oh. The whole year, eh?
I let them send you to the doctor. I didn't say anything.
Do you know how many servants I whipped because I thought the ceiling was leaking?
Oh my god.
The ceiling?
It was wood. It would leak.
So as Akok or whoever found the Alex's character finds the Shiget finds the door. Everyone makes a dex check as we're trying to get into the which is actually a container now. It's not just a platform. There's actually a whole thing here.
Don't forget, Almar, that if you have that luck, whatever it's called, you can re-roll.
I could reroll.
Christian, was that an 8 this time?
I hope a 14 works because
Modifier. Not good.
Okay, so anything under a 12 is a failure. So 12 and up. So Shiget,
I'll use my luck to reroll.
I would do that if you
Yep.
can.
Oh, 14s are hot.
Woo! All right,
14
so
works.
everybody but Gagog. Oh no, Gagog! It's just in time. Gagog just happened to be like the last one in line, and as he was trying to get in, 1, 2, 3, the first are able to get in there. As you're trying to help Gagog in, you're pulling him down,
No.
and it's just like a half second too late. His torso's in the container with you, this elevator, but his legs get trapped by then. Christian, roll 3d10 for me, please.
I think that armor's secretly cursed. Yeah.
Ugh. So, under the weight of the spikes above and the compartment that you're in pressing up from below, Gagog takes 15 points of squish damage.
No.
Pierced through his legs by the spikes on top.
Damn.
Well, I was thinking more Final Destination elevator, so
It's pretty close.
better result. Yeah.
Better?
Or Mission
He's
Impossible.
alive. Is he still alive?
You took 15.
I've got 4 HP left.
Oh wow, you're a thick boy. Yeah.
That's good.
Thought I
So-
was doing all right here.
But still alive. Yay!
Can we get him all the way out after that?
Yes,
Is
I
he stuck
will.
on the spikes?
Yeah, for story purposes, yeah, you're able to continue pulling him into the room, but he wasn't fully squished. It's just like lacerated his leg very badly, but he is still alive. Everyone's still alive.
That really looks like it hurts.
Right?
So
If only we had some sort of conveyance that could make your journey easier now. But
Yeah, I
unfortunately,
mean, if only.
Oh, I've got the potion of healing.
oh yes,
there you go.
I was gonna ask too. Like, it'd be great if we had a priest.
just
Yeah.
uncork it and drip it on there. Yep, right on the outside.
All right, I've got my potion of healing. I'm going to use that. It's 2d8.
There you go.
Nice. Those are the only reason we didn't completely TPK
Oh no!
first session.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
use
average,
both
though,
mine
that's
to get.
Works
I used
out.
both of mine to get mud to try and save
Yeah.
mud bug, but I like didn't matter. He still got his heart ripped out,
Yeah.
literally.
That was pretty fucking sick. So I mean, obviously I improv that part because it's much more interesting than just you get thrown off the bridge.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Yeah,
that,
yeah, it just it wasn't just like, oh, you ripped his heart. No, you unzipped his chest cavity and pulled his heart
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Christian. Last time they had a shadow pop up from underneath a carriage out of nowhere during the fight, and just throw one of Daniel's characters off the side. But instead of just saying he threw him off the side, I said he reached down his throat, grabbed onto his heart, and then let gravity just rip the rest of his body down and just held onto the heart. Which, yeah, it's fucked up. Anyway, so, yes, we've survived the elevator shaft. During all this time, you guys have traveled 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 stories total, but not like normal. These aren't like normal stories. These are like I'm talking like one was 50 foot, the second was 40 feet, and I think another 40 feet. So you guys just went about almost 200 feet, the better part of 200 feet in this like mad dash, which would have been, I mean, certain death. But yeah, so we survived, and the abrupt collision at the top of this shaft, I'm gonna say, spills all of you out into the next room that we will open next session with. But that's where we'll leave it off for tonight. Dun, 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 lightning at the top of the shaft. That's where we'll pick it up.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you, my players. Thank you for coming and playing and watching and playing. Yay! So we'll see you next time here on the Unhumble Bar. We're doing I6 Ravenloft AD&D. Woo! See y'all next time.